What's up, everybody? Oh, let me move my camera down there. Put it up there. There we go. Alright, let me share. Okay. Alright, let's see what we're working with here. Probably still going to be a good chunk of Rakan. Once we finally get... once we finally get to Platinum, then maybe on the Smurf we can play some non-Rakan stuff every now and then. Okay, that guy plays a lot of Eve. Basically have 3 one-tricks on our team, which is good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you definitely will be getting pets. Looking forward towards the end of it. These pets will help you do little things in the jungle, like clearing or taking down epic monsters. As you jungle, you slowly raise and feed your pet until they've grown up enough to empower you.
You like a hunter or something? From WoW?
Yes.
So they're all AD, except for maybe AP Shyvana. Okay, so it's probably Varus middle. And they could try AP Kaisa. Seems kind of bad. You, Fiora. Hey, I like Fiora into Scion. I like almost anything into Scion. Could be AP Varus. I think it's probably going to be AP Shiv. You might get. I mean, she's got press the attack though. I mean, they're all acting like it's not like none of them are AP. Wow, what is that? A 5-second load? Damn it, that Discord overlay. I gotta turn that shit off. Get out of here. God.
Oh my bad. Yeah.
No, it's I had Discord up anyways. That wasn't your fault.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot to. Hey, would you like to get some notifications from this random-ass Discord while you're in the middle of the game? Yeah, let me see what Kevin from Where the Hell Ever said in the Total War Discord. Dude, this cloak is like so pink. It's just like insane with HDR. Like you've never even seen pink until you see. I've got to screenshot it for you guys or something at some point.
Look at mine. Is mine showing? Am I looking pretty pink or what?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's blinging.
Blinging.
Yeah, it's like even like little swirls coming down. It's crazy. I tried turning down the brightness a little bit too. It doesn't work. It's not the brightness, it's just like the colors themselves are so vivid that like OBS can't handle it, doesn't know what to do other than to make it look brighter. So it's like the brightness is like a substitution for not seeing the colors. When you turn the actual brightness down though, it doesn't really affect it. It's weird. Ike is so annoying because he just like heals for so much. I mean, I think he's a fine champ, but the healing is a bit annoying. Am I gonna have to flash? God damn it. Oh, Ezreal took fucking Ignite? What? God. I was like, I thought I was gonna live. Yeah, if he had heal, I would have lived. I mean, I could have just not gone up to the wave, too. Or I could have flashed his E, but... Sorry, I have the chat down right now. I'll have to pull it up in a second.
I rescued you so you could hold my mirror and tell me I look good.
I'm assuming he just wasn't paying attention. Okay. Almost died again there. I guess Pike still has Ignite. I thought he used it. No, Ezreal used his Ignite. That's what it was.
Executed.
I definitely heard an Ignite go off.
Universe tends towards chaos. I'm just helping it along. I am bad because I'm free, and I am free.
And the E timed out. That was spooky.
I do what I want. No Starguard can say the same.
Oh my god, really?
Slain.
Fucking hell. Ezreal, please auto attack.
Enemy has been slain.
Okay.
An ally has been slain.
Used to be a square. Then I embraced the darkness. Woohoo!
That's really good.
Shut down.
World's gonna burn.
Shouldn't type anything, but it's like, dude, just shut the fuck. Like, you took fucking Ignite on the support. Like, just stop. Or on the ADC, rather. Nice, cool, Black Falcon. I'll have to look and see. I'm not sure.
Darkness is the new.
I haven't looked into that new legislation. But you playing F tier ADC, take the wrong sums, complain about support. It's the formula.
familiar.
I think
Yeah.
boring. I'm waiting.
I mean, I shouldn't have died. The second time was like 100% my fault.
I'll end this now.
But the first one was it was mostly my fault, but heal would have saved me. But nevertheless, it's like, unless you're playing perfectly, just don't ever type to anybody.
Safety. Boring.
Is Ezreal that bad? Yes. The ones that I see anyways. Maybe not if like a Chinese professional player is playing him. Something like that. Or Korean. The random autofill guy in gold, yes.
Riku, let's destroy everything they hold and then laugh in their faces.
I don't know what you're supposed to. I guess just Sivir. She's banned all the time, but
My power.
I would rather have Ashe probably than Ezreal, honestly. Unless it's like an Ezreal main one trick.
Self-control
At least Ashe has arrow, but yeah, I mean, Ashe is bad too, as ADC. Ezreal has, like, no utility. Not much. I mean, you could snipe people with your ult, I guess, but... He doesn't even have, like, that blue build anymore, where he could just constantly spam, you know, slows.
Living the dream. The dream of
Oh my god, no way. Wow.
Killing spree.
Okay, I don't know, man. I think I don't like having Ezreal on my team. I'll just put it that way.
my cloak is woven from the whispers of star fields, the secrets of the galaxies, the wind of the seventh moon.
Oof, so close to my head.
Swishes.
So close.
Executed.
Take this plate. Oh my god, really? So troll.
Good in dark. Whoa! Danger.
Well, I mean, you have to hit stuff, but even then, like,
Just kidding. Oh, my
his damage just feels so low most of the time. Hey, what's up, Brad? Especially early game.
I only believe in myself and Saya. Being bad feels so good.
Rampage.
Okay, he's at least going Essence Reaver, I guess.
I am going to come down mid or spot here in a minute. Alright, I'm coming.
Are they gonna back?
Between the rooms.
Maybe?
No, they're
Okay,
not.
I'm coming for sure. I don't have ult, but I'm coming down.
Okay. She's gonna...
Really?
Saya and I were abandoned on the desolate
Fucking way, right?
I don't like being alone.
Where the fuck?
And spiky space.
Oh, he's gonna get killed by him if he ran into the bush.
Darkness?
Can't believe he got away. What did he ult to? I didn't think you could ult. Did he ult to the blast cone? I didn't think it took you somewhere, though. I thought, like, if the person flashes, you don't go there. Can you ult a blast cone and teleport?
Most good guys.
That has to be what, or he flashed. It looked like he ulted and went somewhere, though.
An enemy has been slain.
Does anyone know in chat?
Life sucks without Saya. But it is
Thought he W'd after he cleared it. It looked like he ulted and killed Jason there, and then he was right here, and it looked like he ulted, and then he was gone. And then he hit the blast cone.
Woo! I am so far
Okay,
ahead.
maybe I just saw it
I am in
wrong.
the fun zone. Population Rakan.
jungler is. Okay, she's got her Q evolved. I thought he would try to jump back when I did the W.
Sometimes we agents of darkness need a break. It's not that I complain.
Sometimes I anticipate them making like
It's that
the good play, and then they just do the
very good looking
like
soul.
just the zero reaction dumb play, and it ends up working out for them.
Has been slain.
Like trying to lead a thresh hook, and they just like walk straight at you or something instead.
An enemy has been slain.
Perfection doesn't exist. Except for my hair.
He ulted over the wall, but that's what I'm saying. How did he ult over the wall? That's what it looked like. Can you ult a blast cone and actually get teleported? Like, that was the question.
I'll try and come bot.
Fucking hell. We got one of them. Or, yeah, you're probably gonna get both. What the fuck was... Did he flash that? No, he clawed to you, and then he did it. He's playing pretty well. I don't know, it seemed weird as hell.
Stars are just sad, lonely light bulbs floating in space.
So he didn't actually ult the blast cone.
Chocolate? I'm craving chocolate.
What's up, Austin? Can you do that? I thought you ulted like right on top of them. So he ulted and like... Because I was next to the wall, so he ulted and like clipped the left part of his like bottom X on me or something. When the fuck did Pikes do that in gold? Like, what the hell is gold this season?
Shut down.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. You guys got him. Maybe.
Doing the right
Please.
thing was boring. I'm way more.
No fucking way! Oh my god.
Got champions.
No, people just been doing that kind of shit like the entire season in gold. It's like, why are people doing these things in gold? I mean, maybe it's smurfing, but I don't know. I just feel like so many people just stepped it up so much this season. What's up, Prophet? Yeah, we're doing alright. Hopefully you're doing well too.
I don't apologize for doing my thing.
Ezreal's about to get himself killed, I guess. Fucking hell.
Self-control.
Shut down.
I choose fire.
No cap. No hat.
Save it for nerds. Danger.
We've got, like, everybody here. We got like 20 seconds, 20, 30 seconds. Mike's gonna come down. Oh, we got a shutdown for that too, nice.
I only believe in myself.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Is she gonna take it? Alright. Yeah, we always do get paired with an Ezreal. I don't know, I guess I should have backed out of that. I thought with Eve there and with you, like, pretty close, she'd go for it, but... Guess I could have tried to go for Pike instead.
How do the Star Guardians see anything? Their sparkles are so darn big.
I mean, at least their Varus is feeding harder than me, so that's good. For now.
Yeah, he's so freaking bad, or he's just doing it on purpose. I don't know.
Well, Varus is going AP, but...
Feels so good.
Is he really, you know? Wait, damn it, I thought he was going Essence Reaver. Now he's switching up and going Trinity. Ugh. Seems so bad.
Whoa! I saw stars for a second.
It's gonna be so hard to kill him with Ezreal. I mean, maybe you'll do enough eventually, but...
I mean, yeah, I just need to not die and I'm fine. Get dragon in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's looking like. It's just what it is. I don't know why they just don't do more of a pre-patch, honestly. Like, at least give the fresh people time to level.
Most good guys.
Oh, I probably could have winged. There's dead.
Less complicated.
Fight.
I'm probably dead.
Oh, I'm dead.
Ezreal is just fucking tickling him. Champions so fucking... I need to just ban Ezreal, I swear to God. I don't know, like, we had misfortunes too, and misfortune is just horrible also. It's just so extreme.
This place will look different when we're in charge, Riku. More dark matter? Dark matter everywhere. As far as the eye can see.
So you're saying I should just, like, completely abandon the lane really early and just, like, try to roam? I mean, maybe. It does seem like it's, you literally cannot do anything.
I dance to the beat. Darkness.
No, Jason, I mean, I don't need Jason to ADC. I don't care if we lose the lane as long as we win the game, and he's best on, Azir, so...
First tends towards chaos. I'm just helping it along.
I mean, roaming is so mixed. I could try it more, but every time you leave, the ADC dies, and if you're gone long enough, if they die like twice, they just AFK out of the game. In gold.
I am bad because I'm free, and I am free because I'm bad.
God, that Eve is so far behind. Everyone's, like, behind on CS.
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
What do you mean, that mid's just gonna feed an AFK if I don't go roam on him? What? Really? The last auto? Azir can ADC, but it's not as good, man. Like, you have to have levels. You could make the opposing mid AFK, but, like, I just feel like the push is always against you. Like, you have to make something happen because of the transit time. Like, going up and down the river. And if you just sit mid and leech XP, then your mid laner's gonna be behind in levels.
Can't kill evil. You can wear it.
You're also, like, opening up your bottom to getting dove by the enemy jungle. Like, it definitely can work, but it's not without risks.
You could laugh at me. I rescued you so you could hold my mirror and tell me I look good.
Rampage.
Alright. Maybe Azrael figured out that Trinity was... I don't know.
I don't know, he's picked up a couple of cleanup kills. That's good. Yeah, I mean, if you have good timings where it's not, like, a thing. But the problem is, like, with Ezreal, at least the ones I play with, it feels like you almost never have priority. Like, it's really, really hard. Like, yeah, when you very first back, maybe you have a chance. I could look at it more, but...
I do what I want. No star.
Well, you gotta think how much time does it take to walk up and down the river, too, right? It's gonna take, like, 20, 30 seconds just to walk up and down the river. I mean, back in the era when everybody was getting Moby Boots, when that was the meta, like, you could get up and down there, like, faster, but... I mean, Ezreal can farm from a distance, which is good, but...
What is that damage?
Your turret has been destroyed.
Ooh, darkness is the new high.
Your turret has
Careful,
been
that Q does so
destroyed.
much damage.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Alright, well. I mean, I don't know. I could look for it more for sure. It's like this low elo, they just... I don't know. It just feels like they just die a lot if you leave lane, but... Okay, so what do I even get next? Something else. Armory, I guess? Knight's Vow? I don't have that much healing. Get Abyssal Mask, maybe? Just to help out Eve and... I don't even know. You know what? I'm just gonna do Cosmic.
Let's destroy everything they hold.
It's more ults, try to make something happen. Well, I've done it before, you know. It's not like I haven't tried it, right? Like, I've got like 5,000 games. Maybe not that many on Rakan, but I've got a lot of games on Rakan. Like, I've definitely tried the perma-roaming. I mean, the best example I can give of what I'm talking about, there was one game where literally I roamed mid and got 3 kills in a row. Our bot laner was down like 5 CS, and he said, roam one more time, and I'm going to go AFK. And I said, we've got 3 kills middle. He said, I don't care. Yeah, I mean, we could look and try it out a little bit more. Look at opportunities. Like, I think definitely in Challenger, obviously, roaming works really well. But
Your turret has been destroyed. Aced. Your turret has been destroyed.
pretty objective to the actual... You mean subjective?
A summoner has
I mean, it is, but like, again, the cost... The upfront cost, the guaranteed cost of it is against you. Like, just the premise of walking up the river, you're losing experience. And you're losing pressure in your lane by doing that. Just the initial cost. All else being equal, the cost is against you. Now, if it does pay off, if it's a good investment, if you actually get that kill middle, or you apply enough pressure middle to where your mid laner gets a good back timing, or your mid laner gets like good pressure, or you know, something like that, you know, it can be worth it. But the push is that it's going to be a loss. I don't know that mid's greater than ADC. In most of these games, it feels like, I swear, the majority of them are determined by the ADC. Either our ADC like being extremely far behind and bad, or their ADC being like hyper fed. I just feel like that's happened so much in the last like few days. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's all situational. Like, if you can get the kills, if you know where the flashes are, all that kind of stuff.
Feels like we should have won that.
Yeah, as I gave up too many kills early, and then we were just outscaled. We just could not kill Sion or Shyvana. We just didn't have the damage. We've tried it before, Todd, man, but like, the best thing is just to play what we're best at and win. Like, you don't have to be in the same lane to win. Mid can potentially be a higher level, yeah. That Pyke did play really well. I mean, I gave him at least 2 kills early that I should have given him. Thank God. I don't know. Bonkers is a strong word, but he was pretty good. He does have a 60-something% win rate on Pyke. Yeah, he's almost a Pyke one trick. He's Platinum 3 duoed with somebody. Who was he duoed with? A Gold 3 guy. Who is this? He was duoed with the Kaisa, okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's coin flip, like, right? If you just outplay the lane, you can 2v2, but yeah, like, yeah, I mean, talking about setting up slow pushing for dives and shit, like, that doesn't really exist. There's some of that in gold, right? But it's just, like, opportunistic. Like, people aren't gonna, like, pay attention to that as much in gold. And, like, mid, yeah, if they have an immobile mid and, like, they don't have vision, like, if your jungler and mid laner are helping clear all the vision and you get a good look down there, or, like, up there, then it can be good. No, I'm not going to do Nautilus. I don't win on Nautilus as much. No, like, everything you're saying, like, makes sense in, like, High Diamond, Masters, Challenger. But, I don't know. I think it's just more situational. It's like, it's more likely your bot lane is going to die, and it's less likely you're going to convert kills. I feel like on roams. But... what? Okay, so it's Tarek. But yeah, if it's like immobile, especially when I'm like coming from a back, you can try that. But especially when I'm not 6, like a big weakness that I have too is I'll ward like too much pre-6. And I'll end up, or I'll like go help with a dragon or something, and then I'll end up being behind on the level 6. Like I won't hit it as fast as other people will, and that's a problem. I mean, Jason does come down a good chunk of the time, too, and we convert kills. It just kind of depends on what's going on.
Killed the Kaisa, we just didn't kill the Pike.
Yeah. It's also a lot easier. I mean, if you have Ezreal, like, Ezreal's bad, but it's a lot easier. People will overextend, and you can actually land Ws and things like that on people with Rakan, because they won't expect your range, they won't expect you to be in the bush. I feel like the lower the elo goes, the more that, like, lane kingdom is like the play. But just the easiest thing that requires the least amount of, like, paying attention to the minimap and using your brain as possible.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Darkness is the new hotness.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I mean, it's really just pick a good 5v5 team, get vision, and just sit in bushes and shit. Like, I feel like that's
I do what I want. No star.
the best thing most of the time in gold. Okay, they're probably somewhere. Like, no one
Minions has spawned.
tried to interact with me.
I dance to the beat. The beat called darkness.
I mean, it's like, I've tried those things before. I mean, like, I could try to get some more roams, but it's not like I haven't tried it. I just don't think that it... I mean, maybe when I get to a higher bracket, it'll make more sense.
Safe is for nerds. I am danger. 3, 4.
I mean, I don't know if you have to take 100 damage to sell the Like, they're probably not even paying attention to it, man. Jen's like, I'm gonna take a couple of hits just to make them think we started blue.
You give up the rules.
It's like, bro, they probably don't even have their mini-map on. Like, they're just vibing.
Never got the appeal.
Living the dream. The dream of darkness.
First blood. Enemy double.
Evil love.
Graves really invaded Warwick. Yeah. I mean, Graves is kind of an okay invader, I guess. I don't know. Warwick seems pretty strong these days. In gold, at least.
Universe. I'm just helping it along.
I'm glad I looked again. He pinged us, then he ran middle.
Through my work shall transcend.
It's not that I completely
Warwick there?
lost my sense of
Yeah.
It's that the light inside me died a long time ago, leaving a dark, very good-looking.
Ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I'm gonna go stare in the mirror. It's daily affirmation.
Here, take a chat. I mean, he had to do it. He was gonna die.
I only believe in myself.
There might have been a way I could have gotten another shield in there. I'm not sure. He's level 3.
Ooh, Riku, let's destroy everything they hold.
It's Warwick, man.
Faces.
He has a buy, though, on Graves. I think Graves with Dirk. Ultimate Chad team. Darius. Draven.
But it is less complicated.
Some kind of hard engaged support. I mean, I guess you could say Set, if Set was actually like a decent support, or Pantheon. I don't know. I don't know about Tarek.
Face the crowd and bleed.
I mean, Draven Darius, like, for sure. Garen Jungle? Jarvan? Jarvan, I'd say.
An ally has been slain.
Set Draven bot seems pretty chad. The Draven Pantheon.
Dancing between the rules.
An ally has been slain.
Olaf, yeah, Olaf's a good one.
Let's start a fight.
Breathe in the atmosphere.
Darius, Draven, Olaf. I mean, you have to have some kind of range, probably.
Bad because I'm free.
You inspire me.
Hey, what's up, Steve? Oh, we're 0-1 as far as wins go.
I inspire action.
Most good guys are just kidding themselves.
An enemy has been slain.
What the hell, Rumble's smoking right there?
I don't know either.
Forget my name, just call for the Lord of
Yeah,
Darkness.
work the show.
Prince of Evil, the Emperor.
Nah.
I feel a fight coming.
An ally has been slain.
My cloak is woven
An
from
enemy
the
has been
whispers of
slain.
star fields, the secrets of the galaxies, the wind of the seventh moon. Ooh, and it swishes.
No, we've been back on YouTube for 6 months or so now. He must have just walked like right up the river. But yeah, we're just gonna stay on YouTube basically permanently.
Helps me.
Doing the right thing. Boring.
It just makes a lot more sense for what we're trying to do.
Through my work, shall transcend.
Bust to the head. It's just a piece of art my wife made. It's supposed to be a sitting bull.
Eventually.
I do what I want. No star.
What? Now that is what I want to see.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, Rumble's back over there. I think we can get him. Tarek doesn't have his ult.
Enemy killing spree.
I do dangerous.
An Olaf, man. Or this, Warwick.
Way more fun. Living the dream.
Seriously? Oh my god. It was right when the roar went off.
Double kill.
Oh shit. Shut the fuck up, dude. God damn it. Everybody's got something to say every play.
It's still evil, but you can wear it.
I'm not pinging your ultimate. I'm not pinging you for dying level 1 or dying 4 times. Like, Jesus Christ. I missed the W, man. It happens.
Time to face darkness and hotness.
Enemy killing spree.
I love evil. Evil love.
Yeah, they're gonna be waiting to cut me off. Got vision all up and down the river.
Perfection doesn't exist, except for my hair. Ooh,
Hey, Caractus. Yeah, I've got it on HDR. Extremely good graphics for me, a little bit brighter for you guys. I can't do anything about the brightness unless I turn the graphics down. And if it's like a huge problem for a lot of people, I'll do it, but it does look a lot better for me, and I'm hoping that like maybe the visuals will help in team fights.
I'm just helping it along.
Better visibility on certain particles, things like that. Everybody's smoking Graves because he rushed Umbral, so he doesn't do any damage.
This place will look different when we're in charge, Riku. More dark matter? Dark matter everywhere. As far as the eye can see.
Breathe in.
Real money transactions.
Enemy rampage.
Buying gold, basically.
World's gonna burn.
Enemy is unstoppable.
Blazing by fire.
This one's looking grim.
Yeah. Can we kill him? Jin? Hello? Are you fucking kidding me, Jin? I cannot believe it. He missed like 2 shots on basically a stationary target.
Killing spree. Shut down.
Thanks, Riku. Real cool.
Yeah, dude, I mean, streamers, there's like different standards, obviously, for streamers.
I only believe in myself. And
I mean, they matter a lot more than individual, like, small-time people do. Like, that's just the truth. Because they're ambassadors for the game.
life sucks without you.
I cannot believe it, dude.
It's less complicated.
I mean, I guess we traded a kill and she missed a wave, but that should have been so clean. I don't know, maybe it was some new person that was running the, whatever the hell the band stuff is.
I don't apologize for doing my thing.
I don't know. I'm sure they'll turn it around. Like they're saying they won't, they will.
Self-control is for starters. I choose fun.
An enemy has been slain.
Rumble's coming.
Stars are just sad.
And Tarek. Like, this roaming Tarek looks really good, but it's because the Warwick is fed as fuck. Right? And is locking out all the vision and roaming around with him. Like, it looks really good when you're very far ahead and you piggyback on someone that's, like, really far ahead. It looks OP, right? You will be reviewed. What makes you say they're never reviewing anybody? You don't get just randomly banned most of the time. Usually, I'm sure there's a step of escalation, right? You probably get a warning, then you probably get like a 1 or 2 week ban. Like, I don't think I'm randomly going to get banned with no chance of appeal. Like you said, they got banned for real money transaction. Now, you might get banned for a real money transaction. But if you're just playing the game normally... Yeah, I'm going to release... Bellicor tomorrow. Starting tomorrow. I'm going to do the Lizardman too, but... I kind of want to release some Warriors of Chaos. Oh, nice. God. So I should have had vision with that. I wonder if they're like duoed or something. Well, we don't know, man. It seems like he's not, but we don't know if he is or not. Like, yes, he does get a lot of gold from his viewers, potentially. But I'm sure they're not taking that, like, lightly. I mean, maybe. I don't know enough about the situation, but...
I am so far past redemption, I am in the fun zone.
Shut down. Enemy double kill.
No way. Oh my god. Of course, he's fucking there. Why wouldn't he be? God, that was almost such a good play. I don't know, man. I don't think it matters. So, like, if they fix it an hour later, right? If they say there is no review for this, but then they fix it an hour later, it's like, clearly there is. Right? So clearly if they somehow randomly accidentally banned you and they fix it within an hour, like that's, you know, that's annoying, but you know, that kind of contradicts the no review. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't worry about it, man. I don't think they're gonna ban you with no review. It's like maybe one GM fucked up, or whoever reviews that stuff. I mean, who knows? Maybe he was probably on some like alt account or something, like not his main account, and bought some gold. And like some GM just didn't know who his alt is. You know what I mean? Yeah, but they're not gonna ban it, guys. Why would you be surprised? He's probably not on his main. He probably just made some random ass account. It's not like every GM is gonna have every single character that he has, like, memorized, probably. I mean, maybe, but... You know, Thomas, who just started working there... or something, that's getting paid minimum wage to just kind of go through code, probably. He probably doesn't even know who it is, or it may have not even been a person. It might have just been an automated thing where if you buy gold under certain circumstances, it just bans you. We don't even know if it was a GM. I mean, I don't know. I just don't think they're going to ban random people. And clearly they rectified the mistake very quickly. Would they do that for everybody? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Are they going to ban everybody randomly, though, who are not doing real money things? Probably not, you know? I don't think it portends anything bad. It's just bad PR. Especially if they did it to multiple people. It's probably just an automated system.
Living the dream.
I think it's fine.
Am I gonna really get the back of this, dude?
Yeah, I guess so.
Whoa! Danger brings out my
We
bad
kill him?
side. Just kidding. On my side.
It's pretty tanky, but fortunately, I think he's gonna fall off. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, if you can get him, I mean, he's probably got his ult.
Your turret has been destroyed.
So slow.
Used to be a square. Then I erased darkness.
God, that's gonna be taking it.
An enemy has been slain.
Perfection doesn't exist, except for my hair.
Oh, somebody's right there.
Set.
Forget my name, just fall for the Lord of Darkness. Universe tends towards chaos. I'm just helping it along.
Yeah, I mean, even if it is a GM, you know, random, like, Thomas, who started working there, is not going to have a list of every account, especially if he made a new account. Which is probably what happened. Maybe he made a new account just to play privately. I mean, yeah, people give him gold so he doesn't need to buy it, but he's also like a multi-millionaire, right? So paying $30 for some gold on a fresh character because you want to play in peace and not have people know who you are, and you just want to try something out for fun without getting constantly harassed by thousands of people, like, that's also a reasonable narrative, you know? So we're just not sure, like, what the circumstances are.
Life sucks.
Not if it's classic, though. I don't know. How fed is she? She's getting there.
We killed her?
You can get her. She's kind of fast. Why the fuck is she so fast? They don't have Warwick. Oh, he missed! Oh my god, they both fucking missed.
Shut down.
I cannot believe they both fucking missed her.
Your turret has been destroyed.
And we had, like,
I saw stars for a second.
Set wasn't even there, period. Warwick wasn't there for most of it.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
There's just nothing else I can really buy here. Yeah, the bigger scandal to me is not having, if they don't have Classic out by next week. So I thought they said there it was gonna, I mean, I guess it would be literally 1 month. I think their verbiage was at least 1 month. It just feels like, I understand you have to do more stuff on the beta, man, but give people a chance to level up and get some gear.
Most good guys are just kidding themselves.
On the fresh servers. There's shit, at least do like fresh servers that are like TBC at least, so you could level up to TBC. Oh my god. Like, everybody's having the fucking game of their life in these games. Feels like the Pike from last game and the Warwick from this game.
Doing the right thing.
Inhibitor has been destroyed.
Christ, these games just feel so freaking hard. I've had bad early games, both games, so I gotta... just can't do that. Yeah, it's tough.
I went the wrong way.
That's right. Alright, well... Did we win one? No, we lost both tonight, but we won the last one last night. Yeah, a 2-week pre-patch seems pretty shitty if they do that. I mean, like, you can get to 70 in 2 weeks, but... I don't know. I haven't played with all the boosted XP and stuff like that, but it'll be almost impossible to get any gear. Like, you're just gonna roll up in quest gear, which is probably fine. I mean, most gear, unless it's like Sunwell, is gonna be invalidated almost immediately anyways. But it'd be nice to get professions up, or to, you know, get a couple of classes up to max level for people that like alts, stuff like that. I feel like they should at least, I mean, I know they want to do it all in one patch, but if it's going to be 2 weeks for pre-patch, they should at least do fresh servers that are only TBC that will become Wrath servers, just so people could at least start leveling, I feel like. I know, like, the skills won't be the same, and professions, I mean, a lot of stuff is going to be different, but at least it would let people level something if they wanted to. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to run car in pre-patch, but... Did they get rid of the attunement? Hey, thanks, Eli. I appreciate it. I think they got rid of the attunement there, right? I guess it's just a collie, I don't know. As long as Sivir and Yumi are banned. Shmei banned volley. I don't know. I mean, I probably should dodge more. But the dodging, the value proposition of dodging is a lot worse than it was in the past. Like, you have to keep that in mind. It's almost never worth a second dodge, because you're only going to be gaining 15. So if you dodge a 10-point dodge, you're losing 2/3 of a game. Versus in the past, when you're gaining 20, you're only losing half a game, which was still really bad, but there were situations where it would make sense. Like, I think before, if you thought you had a 25% chance to win, then you should take a 10-point dodge, 25% or less. I think a 3-point dodge was like 40% chance when I mathed it out. Yeah, I probably should use my 3-point dodge more. God, the attunements would be a pain in the ass, though. I mean, I guess they're not that, but you have, like, you have to get all the rep. Like, you have to grind all that reputation. I think they lowered it for the keys to honored, right, instead of revered. I guess that's not as bad, but you have to get the rep in, like, all 4 of those places, and then run that huge-ass quest chain. I don't know if Kara's gonna happen. Doesn't the troll place doesn't have any attunement, does it? But, like, the mobs are harder there. I don't know, like, if you could just beat them in, like, quest greens, you know? But the troll place has better gear, too, I think. God damn it. I'd never freaking beat Nami, but I can't think of anything else to play off the top of my head that would be good against her with Lucian. I just have to play better around her ult. I probably want to go Banshees against them. Okay, we'll go with the blue skin. I don't want to do the white skin. It'd probably be too bright for Black Falcon. That white skin will be blinding you with the HDR. Yeah. I mean, getting some Kara gear, I mean, that'd be cool. I'd like to run it with, like, the new runes and stuff, but it's 2 weeks, man. I don't... I mean, I'm going to be doing classes. I'm probably going to be hanging out with the family during the day on weekends. Like, I mean, I think I'll be doing good to get to 70. Zach looks totally washed out. No, my school starts back next week.
What was I supposed to do?
Conquer Zach, yeah. Well, weird.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, my classes start not this coming Thursday, but the Thursday after that. Rory has her second day of kindergarten on Thursdays. They do 1 day a week for 2 weeks, and then she starts full-time kindergarten next week.
Oh.
Humans
Yeah.
claim it is theirs.
And then my youngest daughter
Fence us away and cover it in refuse.
is still in daycare. I don't know what washed out means. Just like bright, really bright. I tried turning down the brightness. I've tried messing with the contrast. Like, it doesn't work. They just don't have the colors. Just don't exist in standard. Split pushing is so bad. I mean, yeah, split pushing is good against Malphite. I just hate that playstyle, but I mean, with Trendamere, that is the go-to. Well.
Humans made promises.
Detail colors. I see insane detail. I tried to see if there's a premium video editing service like Adobe or I don't even know like what else is out there. Just something that could handle HDR, but there's nothing. Like OBS is supposedly just the best, period, on the market. I'm like, really? There's not like something I can pay $300 for? It's like some Premiere like software
Don't leave nothing.
that can do
Bring
it.
it all.
Not that I saw. I'll have to research it a little bit more. Well, you guys don't. It doesn't. It's not even remotely close what you see on OBS. I don't think. Apparently, YouTube can do it. YouTube has the potential to do HDR, so there's got to be some way to do it. I mean, I would pay $300. Now, I don't want to pay like $100 a month
I'm getting impatient.
for like professional grade software or something, like corporate software. But if it's just like a flat fee, $300 or something cheap, like $15 a month or something.
Ecstasy needs a little fear. They will see my dance. Then they will know magic's joy. Humans talk about their trees. We talk about their lies.
Has been slain.
They will remember my name.
Nice, and we got a flash. And we had wave. That's good. But I'll look some more and see if I can find something that can handle it. OBS is just like so popular and it's free that a lot of companies, I mean, at kind of the entry, there's probably just not a huge market for entry level, whatever you'd call it, streaming software. You're trying to charge for something that people can get for free, you know?
I'm gonna live forever. Yep, I'm gonna see the human world.
Zach's right there.
I don't need to understand the plan. I trust my lord.
An enemy has been slain.
If it doesn't do HDR, then there's no point in me switching though. It has to be something that does HDR.
See me.
Someone said there was some like janky older software that could do it, but then the rest of it was kind of bad. The rest of what they offered was kind of bad.
Without wild
Nice.
I am definitely more confident in
Yay, an ADC does something early. Jin can do something early. I don't know. I fucked up that lane, partially. Tarek is, like, pretty good in a Rakan later in the game.
I will walk in.
It just depends on how the game is. Like, if you can force fights and stick to them, like the Warwick with him, then it looks really good, you know? But it's like, if they have a lot of mobility or they can disengage, or it's just a lot of, like, skirmishing, it's less good.
I dig seeing stuff. For humans, magic is like fire. For us, it is water and air.
What do we got here? Noon quiver. Alright. Damn it. Instantly fucking cleared, of course.
I think they underestimate my charm. How is that even possible?
That's a pretty gross little combo, Zac with Yasuo.
Ally has been slain.
I just thought about that.
Here's something that
Really?
I can't die looking this good.
God damn it, there's Zac. Ugh. At least Nami got it, I guess. How is he up 20 CS? What the fuck is going on? Like, we've killed him.
I do not wish to kill the mortals.
I thought we'd killed him multiple times, but we just forced him to back once. I don't understand. It feels like we've been advantaged. But that's because we basically quote-unquote roamed, I think, right? Like, we went for that dragon, and then we took a back timing, and we lost a wave.
They're gonna try and test me.
I basically roamed to put that pink ward up. And now we're behind in levels, because Nami's level 6, I'm level 5.
If Zaya says someone has to die, they die.
There's Zac.
Yay, getting ganked for the third or fourth time.
No. Keeps clearing all the freaking vision, too. So annoying. Yeah, he's coming down here.
The right
Look what they did.
An enemy has been slain.
I mean, that roam worked because we were basically already halfway up the river. Fighting the Zac. But, like, they're still getting 2 plates and denying, like, 2 waves bottom.
Born of magic. This is time to get it started.
Maybe. I mean, it was a good play.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
The humans will never understand our kind until they hear the song.
Dominating.
It's all filthy and
No, not regardless of elo. Like, I said that it works a lot better in high elo, right? Where it's coordination, where people understand what you're, the kind of things you're talking about, right? Like back timings, slow pushing waves. They like help you clear vision, communicate sums, and most importantly, where your ADC's just not gonna die. I mean, obviously it worked out right there. Are you fucking serious? I guess he's gonna burn out. He was like aiming for Nami.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
If you aren't a little frightened, you're alive.
Yeah, no, that's the upfront cost, is you're losing XP. But is it worth it or not? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if, in other words, if you don't get the kill, or you don't make the enemy lose XP, like an equal amount, at least, of XP, then it's probably not worth it. But obviously, if you get a kill, that's worth losing a wave of XP. For yourself personally, to give, like, your mid laner a kill. I'm just saying, like, that's the cost, right? So, like, if you, you know, if it costs $1 to... It's not the same as a lotto ticket or something, right? But, like, if you invest $1 and you get $2 back, that's a really good investment, right? But if you just invest $1 and you lose it, it's not. It's just... It's riskier than laning. It is risk reward, but I'm just saying, like, it's slanted against you to start with. But if you convert, then it's worth. You know, it's just higher risk, higher reward. Like I said, obviously that time paid off. I think. Well, did Lucian die there? I didn't see. Like, they got our tower. I'm assuming he probably died. But Jason probably had that Yasuo anyways, you know? Like, for an example right there. Like, I went there, maybe I influenced that, maybe I didn't. But I think Lucian died, and we lost tower. And Twitch got, you know, 5 plates. He's up 30 CS. So, like, when we got the double kill middle, like, that was definitely worth. Like, even though that I think they got, like, 1 extra plate, and they got, like, 2 waves, that was still, like, 2 kills is worth that. But, like, that right there where I roamed, and we got a kill, but Jason probably had him anyways. And Lucian died bottom, and we lost 2 plates in the tower. He's roaming, man. It's probably warded. Yeah. Lucian's okay. I mean, we did get some kills. He's an okay I think he's like C tier. I mean, like, he can do something early, you know? Like, there's that at least. He's better than Ezreal. Diana things. I mean, she's 12-0. I don't know. I don't know about that.
It's just a dance.
Because a lot of the games that I see, I feel like bottom lane is the most important. A lot of times, especially because it's 2 players that you're controlling bottom. Right? Like, if an ADC gets really fed, then they're incredibly difficult to stop. I mean, obviously you know that, right? But, like, if an ADC is behind, they're completely worthless. Then you have the supports, and then you're also controlling dragons.
I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do.
And that's like 40% of the players in the game are in the bot lane. So it's like, I think a lot of the conventional wisdom is camp bottom if you can as a jungler. That's just like a really good reason not to. So aside from just the percentages, I just feel like just the style of champs that are played bottom, that are like extremely feast or famine, versus like there are some mid laners, you know, or top laners or junglers that can still be useful off of far fewer items. I don't know. I hear that from Meteos, Double Lift, Sneaky. Like whenever they were able to like co-stream, I heard that all the time. You know, they're just always talking about like camping bottom. I mean, obviously, like in pro, if you have a really good carry top laner, you want to do that. But that's a lot more dependent on your strategy and the strength of your players, and you know all that stuff. But I mean, this game's tough to say because Diana's so freaking fed. She's just like blowing everybody out.
I need some fun. Now.
But I don't know. I feel like bot lane matters more than anything else. I think ADCs in general are one of the hardest roles to climb with because you are weaker early usually, unless you play like Draven or there's a couple obviously. You know, a lot of your efficacy early game does kind of depend on your support. But I think just like as a lane, as a unit, bot lane is incredibly important. Oh, we got Rift coming in here. But I don't know. I mean, obviously you're way higher ranked than me, and you sounds like you know, watch a lot of videos and have coaching sessions and stuff like that. That's just my that's just sort of my assessment. What I've heard from people and just anecdotally what I've seen is usually the jungler who's able to camp bot gets wins.
Talk about getting carried.
Yeah, that bot lane's useless. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so much of it is so contextual.
13 LP for that one. Wow. Feels good.
Just anecdotally, and I'm probably like, you know, misremembering some of it, but it feels like if I leave lane, that the bottom lane dies at least just as much as I actually convert a kill in mid. I mean, maybe it's just me not picking the right moments or fights, but it feels like in gold at least. I mean, I know the narrative around roaming, like, it sounds good, right? Like, I can understand the narrative. Like, you're trying to take control of the game, you're being proactive, you're, you know, making plays, trying to make something happen mid, or, you know, getting deep vision, working with your jungler. Like, it sounds like there are a lot more tools available there, and there are, especially at higher elo, where it's coordinated, and your jungler, or your bot laner's probably not going to die. They're probably going to understand to play further back, give up CS, and understand that, okay, maybe they have to give up that wave for their, you know, Nautilus to roam middle to make a play. And they're like, you know, mentally, emotionally, you know, bought into that, right? Because they want to win. But the reality in gold is a lot of times people won't give up that wave, in my experience. They're gonna die, they're gonna get tilted. And And there's just more, like, communication and execution errors that can happen on ganks, right? Where you fuck up a gank, you don't convert the kill, or they flip it on you. I mean, a lot of it is contextual, but you are losing that experience and lane pressure when you move up, too. Now, if you're, like, putting wards in, like, if you're getting down, like, a good control ward, or you have your, you know, wards already, your support item or whatever leveled up already, and you're able to put good wards in, and then you go ahead and just try for a gank while you're warding anyways, like, those kinds of ganks are probably good. Like, after you back, you know, taking a look at it. So there's less opportunity cost, because you're only basically have to go down the river instead of up and down the river if you try to roam on a back. So you're getting half the journey for free.
Let's dance.
So I could look for, you know, more of those. And a lot of times I will try to look for those when I try to place that control ward a little bit higher to help Jason. But I mean, obviously, if they're, like, really pushed into Jason, then I'll go for it, right? Like that Yasuo a couple times last game, but if they're, like, on their side of the tower and they have a dash or something, sometimes I'll do it, sometimes I won't. I mean, if I, like, use my flash and, like, you know, use everything, flash, R, W, and all I get is their flash, then I'm, like, really weak when I go back to lane, too. Especially if they see that, if they communicate that. So I don't know. Like, I definitely see what you're saying. I could look for more opportunities with it. It's not hope you win 2v2. Like, you just put more emphasis on being able to exploit people's mispositioning in lane. Like, that's the way I would phrase it. Because there's a lot more opportunities. Like, people are out of position all the time in bot lane at this elo bracket. Like, when you play in the, you know, I'm assuming when you play in those higher elo brackets, like, it's just really hard to find fights, probably, in 2v2s. Especially if people know they're disadvantaged. Like, they'll just play more defensively. But you can just snowball off your lane so hard if you just get 1 or 2 kills. I feel like that's pretty standard advice with a lot of... I mean, maybe not just, like... Maybe people say it's, like, different for support or something, but I feel like every other lane, the lower the elo goes, the more they tell you to play something that dominates the lane. Because just the macro's not going to be there from teams a lot of times. From individual players, the macro's not going to be as good, but also, like, team coordination and things like that. Like, people are not going to tell you to play, you know, Twisted Fate and Bronze, right? Like, they're going to tell you to play Annie. So that's, like, an extreme example, but I feel like that sort of approach kind of makes sense because people are going to give you more opportunities in lane. People are going to tilt if you kill them more in lane. And then once you get that advantage, then you can, like, roam off of that. But I think, like, trying to give up the lane just to roam in a lot of situations. I mean, Ezreal's a good point. Like, Ezreal's so worthless anyways that maybe I should just perma-roam if I have an Ezreal on my team. But I feel like that's the thing, is that those kills are available if you play something proactive and you look for them. More so than potentially in other lanes. Or maybe if I'm, like, against Ezreal Karma or something, right? Like, maybe I should try to roam on that more. So I see what you're saying, like, and there are certain matchups where maybe I should consider that more.
Minions have spawned.
I mean, you could say by that logic, well, why play Rakan then? Why not play something more lane kingdom dominant like Zyra and Brand? And a lot of people, you know, a lot of sites would probably tell you to do that. their coaches would tell you to play something, you know, hyper lane dominant like that, but I still like having the, I don't know, I'm just best on Rakan. I like having that flexibility. I think Rakan can be really good in the lane if you go for the kind of this AP build. Like, maybe not as, you know, intense as something like Zyra as far as lane pressure, but I think he can definitely put up some kills once you get 1 or 2 amp tomes. God. I don't think I took a magic resist rune. I should have, yeah.
You will learn what beauty truly is.
Interesting, interesting. Guess at least I did take second win though, so that's good. But
Living the dream. The dream of darkness.
I think the secret to get out of gold is don't die. Don't get baited into dumb shit. Like, I feel like that's the biggest thing. Figure out what the right play to do is and do it, and don't get baited into dumb shit.
Most good guys.
And play around Baron in the mid game. Just get the bushes, ping your team as much as you possibly can, and get them to sit in a bush until the enemy face checks Baron.
An ally has been slain.
Helping it along.
Breathe in the atmosphere.
Safety is boring, Niku. Let's start fighting.
An enemy has been slain.
Back here.
Woo! Being bad just feels so good.
Really wish I could get an all magic mantle there, but
Riku, I did not rescue you from a cold dead planet.
yeah, I think the
I rescued you so you could hold
the
my
premise of roaming a lot is trying to surprise people so you can get positioning and get opportunities to get kills when people aren't ready for it. But it's not as necessary in gold because people will give you those opportunities in lane a lot of times. If you play something that has an engage.
doesn't exist, except for my hair.
And there could be some exceptions. I mean, we've seen roaming like take over the game from enemy supports too, but I've also seen just as many games where they're like winning lane
I'm free and I am free.
and like, you know, maybe they have a Pike Draven and they get 2 kills on us and the Pike starts roaming and then we get a couple of kills on the Draven. It's almost guaranteed if the support roams and we have a wave crashing, it feels like it's virtually guaranteed we're going to kill that ADC under tower. And then they're going to lose a wave. And like, maybe the support kills somebody, maybe they don't. That ADC's going to be tilted after that for sure. I don't know. I mean, League is a very complex game. There's a lot of ways to debate almost anything, which is, I think, what makes it a great game.
An enemy has
Nice.
been slain.
And we got her flash. Wow.
Dust coming down.
Damn it. It's getting dicey.
Has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Wow. I thought Kiana was going to roll up and kill us there. I don't know. I mean, obviously Brad's a better player than I am, right? Like, he's Masters or close to it or something like that. It's just, League is one of those weird games where I think because it's a team game and it's so complex with so many variables that, like, I feel like certain strategies that are really good in certain ELO brackets or in certain kinds of play, certain levels of organization, just don't carry over as well to others. Or at least become more complex. Not that they're always bad, it's just like the context. But I could totally be, I mean, maybe I'm probably just not as good, obviously, at roaming as like a challenger would be, but... You know, maybe if I was a challenger, roaming would be better. I could still look for chances, you know. A little bit more. Like last game, obviously that was a great chance. But... What do we do? Oh, he's just hitting the minions? I mean, that was a thing when I played with Nasty, who used to be Challenger, right? Like, when we played in gold games, I think we went like 1-3 or something. I mean, he was off-rolled as like jungle, but obviously like a really high-level player is going to be able to get back to high level, but it definitely requires some recalibration, depending on your role and kind of what you're doing. Especially support. Support is one that like has to recalibrate the most. Because there's so many different ways you can play support and, like, what you should be doing at support in different situations, you know? Okay, at least he was hitting me instead of the cannon, so that's good. I maybe should have gone Mercs here, but I think I want to go Banshees. How am I so low on XP? I swear it was from roaming for that dragon, man. Didn't even really roam that hard. It was just getting a dragon, but Zerath is level 6, and I wasn't. Oh my god, it's an execute. Shit, really? Oh my god. Still at Ignite, wow. I kind of just want to get an all magic mantle here. I'm not gonna do it. I'll get a book. I'm not gonna be a bitch. We'll try to get those kills.
I don't like being alone. Oh, the spiky space squids are the worst.
Just going all longswords, huh? Damn, I really thought I had enough to get in there. Instead of the Ionians, if I had just bought 2 books instead, I would have had him. But that's what I had been doing, and so I just wasn't like used to the damage diff there. I think they saw the Poppy go in that bush. I thought he'd already used his flash. What the fuck?
Dude, I pinged.
Used to be a square. And I embraced it.
Nah.
Stars are just sad, lonely light bulbs floating in space, revolving endlessly in a cycle they can't control. Anyone have chocolate? I'm craving chocolate. Living the dream.
Why is it like a 3-second stun on that E? I know it's not. It's like a 2.25, but it's so long for 1 point. I'm gonna try to ult me. I really wish Poppy would just straight up come bottom. I know, but it's still, I don't know, like Xerath's not an OP champ, but
Through my work shall transcend.
How do the Star Guardians see anything? Their sparkles are so darn sparkly.
I mean, yeah, Morg is annoying, but like Xerath's just constantly spam shit in lane with that stun. I don't know, Xerath's really annoying in lane, but ha! Stunned him into the wall, got that combo. Alright, we gotta get the hell out of here. About to get bad.
You will die for it. I do what I want. No Star Guardians.
Got that drag though, I think, which is good.
Life has no meaning, but your death shall.
It's not that I completely lost it. It's that the light inside me died a long time ago, leaving a dark, very good-looking soul. This place will look different when we're in charge, Riku. More dark matter? Everywhere. As far as the eye can see.
destroyed a turret.
If they come up, I'm gonna go on them.
Enemy killing Enemy double kill. Killing
Fucking Silas.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
But it is less complicated.
Silas probably rolling up. It's right there. I really don't want to get Grievous to deal with that clown.
I'm getting it because I'm not. You don't need to get it.
You will know
Okay.
what beauty truly is.
Jent's almost got his Gale Force back.
Stare in the mirror. I love evil, and evil loves me.
Oh, Malzahar? Yeah, I mean, Malz is very good. He's just like very stable, consistent. That's the word I'm looking for. It's like, it's almost always useful. Alright, we gotta push.
An enemy is unstoppable.
They sound like 3 top.
I don't apologize.
We really need to try not to fight around Silas if we can help it. Fucking annoying. He's just gonna put a ward up and keep poking. Shit, I thought I had my W back. I did not. Oh my god, what the fuck?
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Darkness is the new hot.
What happened there? Double flank.
An enemy has been slain.
I only believe in myself. And
Your turret has been destroyed.
No, I wasted my flash there. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
When did they give Morelos 90 ability power?
They buffed it a while ago. When they nerfed the healing on it, the healing reduction.
Oh yeah.
They gave it all they gave all the items a little bit extra stats. So they're just like more like okay items, just better items in general. Oh, if you hit him with that, oh, would have been nice. Oh, if he hit that, he was dead. He hasn't had Zanya's. Garen's working top, Fiora's working bot. Yeah, I probably just gotta get Fiora. Zera's just gonna kill everybody. Gonna scare her off. Oh, she's not scared.
Your turret has been destroyed.
It's chaos. I'm just helping it along.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Safety is boring, Miku. Let's start a fight.
I wouldn't be surprised if Xerath has done the most raw damage on their team right now. Just all of his poke. I mean, he hasn't like outright killed a lot of people, but he's definitely put us in bad situations a couple of times.
All my sides are equal.
God, Jin has 135 CS at 24 minutes. I guess everybody's kind of got low CS this game. Just running around fighting. Damn it. Really wanted. Deal with that. We're not going to be able to get her, I don't think. God. Everything's just always fucking warded.
Your team has destroyed a
I'm coming. Kill it. Perfect.
He died. Garen died. Did he take anyone? Oh, he just got the turret.
Forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness.
I need to go for Zanya's. I need to be able to Zanya's the Misfortune ult probably, or I'm just gonna die in a lot of situations. Well, I need control words. I really want to progress my build, but as Socrates once said, CS is overrated. Yeah.
Population Rakan.
Who needs free golden experience?
Life sucks. Who's less complicated?
This may not have been the best item against Sarah. I don't know. Like, It does help against some bursts, but he's really going to want to pop that bubble. And he probably will. While I'm trying to fight for vision or something. Can Karen beat her in a side lane?
Everyone is watching.
I mean, he's up a lot of CS and levels, but... I don't know what the hell's warded. I know this is.
I think we could probably get him. I got right on shot.
Boring. I'm waiting to find out.
I'm gonna come. Oh, there's Silas. Anti-healing is just destroying him right now.
Oh yeah.
I love evil love.
No, there's no need to sweep it, dude. There's a control word right there. Don't hit it. Why is Poppy not attacking the Baron?
Shut down.
Oh, she didn't have smite. Okay, well,
Yeah, she pinged it like
50 times.
yeah.
Alright, well, at least we got it. Alright, maybe we shouldn't have done that without her having a smite then. But,
I mean, I still think it was a decent call. I mean, it was like 50-50.
yeah. I just didn't have, I didn't have any wards to see her over the brush.
I think we just back it up.
Enemy double kill.
Oh boy.
You have been slain. An ally has been slain. Shut down. Shut down.
They almost got all
Your
of it.
turret has been destroyed.
Oh, we're taking this. Ooh, that was a good buy.
Yeah, I know. He does a lot of damage for how much random, like, utility bullshit items he gets.
I saw stars for a second. That's some
I think next fight we killed him hard. Got some big items.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I gotta try to just disrupt the misfortune ult. I think we win.
Poppy might kill him. Yep, might kill him both.
Alright, fucking shield bow.
Get Silas treatment.
Fuck did both of them get behind us? Like, I knew what's her name was there, the Kiana. Nice. There we go. Ha! Nice. Oh, can you guys just win? Well, you got Misfortune. I think just get this tower. Or this, 2 inhibitor. Maybe. I don't know. You got 20 seconds. Nah, I don't think we're gonna have time. It's just hinting to try to kill. Yeah, Fiora got styled on.
I only believe in myself.
She just like queued right. I mean, Poppy was sitting right on her with the circle. I mean, she was gonna die either way. I don't guess it mattered, like in the grand scheme of things, but Poppy has like no damage to this dragon at least. Wish I didn't take that. I didn't want her to do a little grass thing. I didn't know if she had that, where she could go invisible and then, you know, some bullshit, get her way out of it.
Living the dream.
I mean, I'd say that, like, playing one of the most bullshit gets your way out of anything champs in the game, but Rakan is really annoying to play against. Every time I have to play against him. I don't know, something with Ruby Crystal. I guess maybe Knight's Vow next or something.
Oh yeah, I'm going bot lane.
Oh, I'm well aware of how obnoxious Rakan is. I mean, I would like to get Banshee's Veil, but I feel like I need a bit more survivability. And probably giving either Jason or Jhin a Knight's Vow is probably the better move. Baron up,
Yeah, we can
same.
just hold breaker.
Just kidding themselves.
There's a wait, what?
What?
Universe tends towards chaos.
Oh wait, is Baron up?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're just all running for Garen. Basically giving us Baron. I mean, they can't really, like, defend Baron with 2 inhibitors down. It'd be nice if Garen didn't die, but
I think this Silas is tilted.
probably. Did they type in an all chat?
Right here?
It is a 4v5.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Well, Xerath's not there. Oh, he mad or something.
Oh, he mad. Tell you what, this Xerath is so
I know, he really is.
maybe we do. I just
Alright, we got the Baron up minions, but
popped up like twice. I don't know why we're just 3 times.
what the fuck? Oh, did Xerath get him?
Silas did.
Okay, I didn't think Silas had enough damage to get Poppy right there, but I guess that Poppy and I were doing old 2-man blinging on him there. Oh, Silas used Garen's ult. Okay, that's what it was. I was like, there's
that
no
makes
way.
sense.
There's no way his W got to Poppy. Poppy had like, I don't know, 300 health with all the resists. Yeah, Xerath did do the most damage on their team by a lot. Yeah, he did 39,000 damage. I mean, I knew he would. It's so much of it is poke and didn't actually convert to kills, but it pushed us off of situations.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, what happened? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It like closed out of the client. I don't even know how you still hear me. Wait, what's going on?
It'll probably cut out here in a second. You're getting back on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, let me swing by the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh. Small indie company. What elo are we at? Was it 65? I don't know. Yeah. So I think that's about where we started. I just try to just focus on win every game. As cheesy as that sounds, I don't really pay too much attention to elo. Let me see if there's any new technology among top Rakans. A lot of them are not going the AP stuff, though. But I feel like I win more when I get that. I could consider trying to get Mage Eyes more often, also.
More of a dog person, huh?
Yeah, I can get it. That's fine. Shurima tank top. No, I haven't seen that. Next champ.
Oh, I have. I have. I can't wait.
Exhaust Ignite. Oh, in your game or like a high level? Well, you are high level, but like one of the top 5 Rakans or something. I mean, I've seen it. I mean, maybe I should consider it, honestly. Zazel just situational. Oh, that's 32 days ago. Yeah. I mean, he is kind of in the middle of trying to win or play in a split. Well, I guess the split's probably over. I didn't really see. They really should penalize, at least on the, like, it should be people that are playing a lot on the current patch. Something like that, just so you can see. Alright, this guy basically does defensive boot. He does like Zanya's a lot. He gets perfect timing second, though. That's interesting. So you don't go for... We have a lot of CC. We have a Vayne. So he doesn't go for ulti hunter or zombie ward. Not having zombie ward seems really weird. Yeah, I've seen there was like a European, I think, doing that. I mean, you don't technically need flash. It's really helpful in a lot of situations. I don't know. It does give you more, like, all-in, obviously, all-in kill threat. At least they don't have any tanks. True. I mean, Vi can be kind of hard to kill. What, he just gets Shirelia's audios, I guess, most games. The dude I was just looking at. Yeah. I mean, Shirelia's does seem, like, really good in a lot of situations, but I don't know. I just feel like at this elo again, I just want the kill. It feels like it's just so easy to punish.
Riku, how can you be tired already?
I really wish they would just go ahead and make Night Harvester 2,800 gold. But it's basically the stuff that does significant proc damage is higher. Like the mana ones are just such a better stat value proposition.
I am mad because I'm free, and I am free because
30 seconds until minions spawn.
About to fight this.
Oh, I don't think we want to fight it. I think they just warded it.
I'm just helping it along.
They're probably not going to adjust it, no. It's the same thing for Proto Belt. I think both of the health items... Or I guess they all have health on them now.
Minions have spawned.
But the non-mana items... are 3,200 gold. And then the mana items are 2,800 for some reason. Are they really gonna try and invade this? I think she's just gonna try to be annoying. Not taking zombie ward seems pretty nuts to me. But like maybe if your jungler has it or something, in higher elo especially. I mean, a lot of times it does provide redundant vision, but sometimes on sweeps, like, it does give you fresh vision. Or it takes them one extra hit to clear it, you know, even on a pink ward, which can add up.
Way more fun with wolves. Doing the right thing is boring. I'm waiting.
I seem to get her hitting me instead of the Vayne. I think we're good.
Blood.
Nice. Yeah, I think we've won both Jhin games, haven't we? Maybe not. Jhin felt pretty good, though.
Life sucks. It is less complicated.
Okay, so this game...
Dance to the beat.
I don't know, like, Shirelia's could be pretty good here. Frost Queen, I mean, if I get, like, ulted... Wow. Okay.
Oh my god. She has no E killer move.
I could go for the root item also.
What a G.
Everfrost, yeah, maybe I go Everfrost this time. They don't have that much burst. Having a little bit more catch versus Karma is maybe good. I think we may have missed the cannon there, right? I think so. I'm not sure if it's worth half my health bar for that, but...
World's gonna burn. I only believe in myself.
Oh, we missed! I guess at least we got the flash. Yeah, I think I might try Everfrost this game.
I love evil loves me.
Damn, I need to email my incomplete too. I think I still have one girl that hasn't done stuff.
Between the rules.
Kept up with my other incompletes, but we got everybody across the finish line, but one person.
Living the dream. The dream of darkness.
An enemy has been slain.
Go after your students, yeah. Try to hunt them down. Stalk them until they pass my class.
I don't apologize. Doing my thing.
Oh yeah, I usually send them an email. The eyes like once a month or something. A lot of times, like, hey, you need any help with anything?
An enemy
How's your project coming along? I wish people would have been more involved in my PhD program. I mean, you're supposed to be a big boy at that point and do your own shit, but just show that you cared and you were trying. You're like, you know, was an advocate, you know, for me. I did have that kind of early on in the process. One of my main professors is really cool and was trying to like motivate me and help me out. And then like once it came to the once it came to the dissertation writing. But I mean, he had a lot of his own shit going on too. Like, he's not my dad, you know. He had a lot of professional and personal stuff going on as well, so. And I was kind of probably just a hassle, you know, to some extent. But it is nice, either way, to feel like, you know, you have an advocate. And he was trying, he just was kind of not particularly powerful in the department. There was someone else who was trying to help me too. I don't know, I just was checked out. But I do know that it obviously helps a lot if someone, in my opinion, seems like they really care and they're trying to like motivate you to do what you know you're capable of, but you just haven't done it. It's the same thing with this girl. I think she had a lot of personal stuff going on. I think most PhD people are checked out by the time of the dissertation. The vast majority are. it's just such a bad process, I feel like. I don't know. I guess soul draining process most of the time, which is basically you come into grad school with some like bright ideas about something cool you want to research, something you want to do, it's interesting, and then eventually you just have to constantly sort of negotiate it, play politics. Not in kind of the left-right sense, but in the sense of like rhetorically you have to, you know, just write about whatever is going to get you published, try to specialize and, you know, talk about things that are going to potentially get you a job rather than what you're actually interested in. And there just are no jobs. I mean, that's the big part of it too, is like you feel all this pressure to sort of sacrifice your alright, I'm gonna go with this. To sacrifice all of your sort of ideals and so that you can, you know, get a job. Which makes sense. That's how most jobs work. But the like, you know, the fact that you have to go for an extra 12 years of school beyond high school just to start getting rid of all this stuff. Hey, thanks, Brad. I appreciate it. Yeah, I try. Like I said, I know how much that matters. So I try to motivate. I try to advocate for students as much as I can. Help them out, hook them up. Because I know they got a lot of shit going on too, right? Like my classes, you know, most of them are not majoring in English. Most of them have jobs, family, friends, 4 or 5 other classes, clubs, sports. Yeah, PhD is just kind of a silly process because you don't need it, like, to do hardly anything, especially in the humanities. Like, if you're really trying to do, like, cutting edge, and what is cutting edge humanities research these days, honestly? Like, I mean, in rhetoric, I guess there are some very useful practical things, but just, like, another way of, like, viewing or thinking about Shakespeare. I mean, you're basically writing to the 0.01, like, 001% of the population. You know, like, the 50 people that read X journal of Shakespeare, right? Which is fine, but it's like, why are we requiring that to be able to teach undergraduate classes? That's, like, my big thing. Or even to teach master's students. It's like, just for maybe teaching PhD students. And even most PhD students aren't going to specialize in whatever the hell your weird little thing is, right? That you do. Like, it's fun to research, it's fun to do, but, like, the problem is there just aren't any jobs where that's, you know, necessary. Masters should be able to teach undergrad, like, for sure. I mean, I can, with just my master's, but it's tenuous. I'm lowest on the totem pole, and it's really only for, like, 100 level classes, right? But I definitely think masters should be able to teach at least 2, possibly 300 level classes. I'm not going to flash for that. Because, again, nobody cares. Like, most undergrads are not going to care about your super specific stuff. You can definitely teach an intro level, like, survey lit course. I've done it. My previous university, they only let me do it, like, 1 semester. It's like, they rarely offered it. I gotta ignite. Yeah, it was really fun. I liked it. I think I got good evals. I think a lot of students liked it too. Yeah. Jason's chatting on him this game. for sure.
Good.
I only believe in myself.
But yeah, I mean, my I think it's going to come to that eventually because people just aren't going to go do PhDs. I mean, there's such an oversaturation in the market, though. Like, there's definitely a difference in knowledge in, like, full professors and normal people, right?
Shut down.
Like Dr. Dunn, but it's like the people I'm thinking of are, like, really good, like, they just, like, know the field. They try to help you get published, and they know a lot about the, you know, the books, and they're really good teachers, like, there's several people that are like that. So, like, some of it, like, I think there's still a place for, like, super specialized knowledge like that, but,
Has been slain.
it's a very small place. And that's why a lot of universities are just, like, really cutting back. Like, you'll have one Victorianist, you know, one person that does 1700s. And they also teach your undergrad classes, so... I guess I'm gonna get it. Like, it feels really weird not to have boots, but this just has so much more kill threat. I think. I don't know. It's kind of a trap. Sometimes I feel like I get priced into getting the bigger AP on these things, but
Whoa! Danger brings out my
boots are traditionally what you want to go for.
All my sides are equally breathtaking.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, so, like, grad school is cool, but it's just all about practicality and money. I mean, I guess at least in humanities, like, you don't really owe anything. Like, you get paid to go to... Well, you basically... You're able to sustain, probably, and just go to school and do what you want to do. So just think of it, I guess, in terms of getting, like, actual job skills as just being, like, a, you know, 7 or 8 year vacation life of the mind thing. Studying in a, you know, monastery or something, like a monk. I still think, I mean, like, I feel like I'm a lot smarter in general now than I was when I went to grad school. So I feel like I learned a lot. I feel like it's maybe a smarter, better person, better educator, better, you know, a lot of things. But, and I do love my job, but I probably wouldn't be able to do it if I wasn't married to my wife. Probably be teaching high school.
Most good guys just
Make more money. Or if I wasn't, I guess, married or dating somebody that made pretty good money. Or maybe I could do it and I'd just be living in, like, a, you know, splitting a cheap-ass apartment with 4 people or something. Splitting a trailer.
Shut down.
And Zer's just going around spanking everybody. He's got the paddle out this game. He's got the birch.
my hair.
Birch.
Why don't I teach high school? The main reason is because of I don't agree with the way that it has to be taught. There's so many regulations. You teach the standardized tests. I'm really big on, like, student empowerment, student freedom, advocating for students, and that's really not what high school is about. I mean, it kind of is, but, like, you're trying to get people to pass these standardized tests to get into a good college. Like, that's ultimately what a lot of it is.
This place will look different when you're in charge, Riku.
Hey, thanks, Black Falcon, but I don't foresee anything happening to Sandra and I anytime soon unless there was some tragic event. But yeah, I mean, I could do it, and it would probably be fine. But I really like teaching at the collegiate level because I get so much more freedom. Like, we have objectives we're supposed to teach, but a lot more of, like, the way that I'm allowed to teach it is, you know, allowing students to... I get to be more of a guide. rather than like a dictator. I get to kind of individually help each student too, to some extent. Like I get to, for example, I get to do one-on-one conferences with students. So like for every one of their major papers, you know, I get to have a one-on-one 15-minute conference with them, which isn't possible in high school because you have to be in school for like 8 hours a day. But because I'm only there like 2 days a week teaching them, then the other 3 days, in theory, I can do stuff like those one-on-one conferences some weeks. I can, you know, answer emails, or I can, you know, talk with them outside of class more.
Has been slain.
Yeah, I probably couldn't do the inner city stuff. I don't know. I'm just too much of an optimist, I guess, for those places. It's like 20, you know, probably, I don't even know, 80% of your students are going to be like in a really bad place, sort of in their personal lives, if not more. And it's just going to be virtually hopeless. I mean, you can definitely touch and help a lot of students, but there's going to be a lot of students that just have, you know, really, really hard times. Yeah, I think you just have to be very, not necessarily pessimistic, but really practical. Just be like, yeah, a lot of students are, you know, are probably going to fail my class, that kind of thing. I just feel like eventually it would just, having to hear all that about, you know, drug addict, abusive parents, all this stuff, just ruining these awesome kids every day, forever and always. It was just like, no matter what I do, it would just kind of get to me after a while. Well, a lot of the parents come from shitty situations too, right? It's like generational poverty, generational ignorance. Like, a lot of them are doing the best they can. They're not trying to be bad people. They just don't have the resources to help, or they don't have the intellectual or emotional resources to be a good parent, you know? Like, sometimes it's not their fault, you know, if they were abused their whole life and they've never seen anything but that. Like, it's kind of their fault. Like, I don't want to give them, you know, a complete clean slate, but it's just like, it's so hard. Because modeling really does matter so much, especially in, like, the lower kind of the, I forgot to use my freeze thing. I need to do that more. The lower kind of the socioeconomic, the more modeling matters. It even matters in, like, really high. But, like, if you don't have any sort of formal education or critical thinking, what are you going to default to? What you grew up with, you know?
World's gonna burn.
So, I'm sure a lot of parents, like, I think most parents really want to be good parents. Like, they want to do it. They just have, like I said, have a hard time with all that other stuff. They just don't have their own life under control, you know? And they don't know how to get it under control. They just don't have the tools.
I only believe in myself. And Saya.
It's like critical thinking and, like, self-control, emotional fortitude. These are very elite skills, unfortunately, in our society. Most people do not have them, and they don't know how to teach other people to have them. And if you want to learn how to do that stuff, it's usually very expensive.
Oh, hey. This, remember this, 80 carry we're playing against?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's getting stuck. It was the one that was so passive.
Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, like, you can do that. Like, you can go, like, to YouTube, and, you know, there's a lot of self-help, motivational stuff. But even to want to know, like, to even have the desire to do something like that requires a certain level of prior training, you know? Because that's what real intelligence is, I think, is the desire to learn. And some of that's just genetic, some of it can be taught, but you have to have a good role model a lot of times to do it. Oh yeah, for sure. There's this girl we know that was, one of my friend's sisters had a kid when she was 15, and this girl that, this other girl we know, I think had a kid when she was 15 or 16. That's hard as hell. That's another thing. If you have kids young, like, especially in high school or right out of it, before you have any sort of, like, money or training, especially if the dad's not around, which the younger the person, the less likely the dad's going to be around a lot of times, to a certain extent. It's really hard to, you know, improve your situation when you've got to work 3 different jobs. Kids are, like, super expensive. Especially if you don't have a good family structure. It all circles back to that, too. Right? You don't have grandma or mom and dad that are willing to help you out with the kids while you're trying to go to school or something. Like, you're fucked. I mean, babysitters are insanely expensive. Daycare is insanely expensive. If your kid has any sort of health problems, especially if you're working at, like, Waffle House or something, you know, they're not going to give you benefits. You're going to just have crippling debt. It's tough, man. It is really hard for a lot of people. But so I think a lot of people try, like, if they just had good mentors, especially growing up, like, people to guide them. So it's like, my hat's off to people that do the inner city thing. It'd just be so, like, soul crushing for me personally. I'm just not strong enough to do it, I don't think. But I don't know that, like, 15-year-olds in the United States at least, being pregnant is super common. I think the average age for a first-time mother is like 27 in the US. But, like, it does happen. I mean, there's probably, like, depends on how big your high school is, probably like 3% or something maybe. Probably going to happen more with some of the new legislation, but don't want to go down that road. So it was tough. I mean, I managed. I didn't have, like, a completely horrible situation, but it was, like, not good, and I was kind of able to get my way out of it. You know, when I was my mom had me when she just turned 18, so she got pregnant when she was 17 in high school, and she, like, just graduated. And my dad's never been a part of our life. He doesn't pay child support or anything. Like, my mom just got full custody of me. They were married for, like, 1 year, I think. And then he was just apparently a really bad dude, and she's like, hey, give me full custody, and, you know, you don't have to pay anything, but never contact us again. And he was like, alright. And then we grew up in, like, income-based housing, you know, food stamps, stuff like that, and she worked at Waffle House and some other places, but she saved up enough, and we had the support of my grandparents, her parents, who didn't make a lot of money, but they had some, and they were pretty good with money, like saving and stuff like that to some extent. You know, my grandma worked, and, like, she was like a entry level, like, restaurant manager, and then my granddad worked as, like, a it's like in basically a factory type of setting. And so, anyways, we saved up enough, and they, yeah, Waffle House. They made the decision before I went to elementary school to put me in a good school system. So we got an affordable, a pretty cheap house in the good part of town with good schools. And that was, you know, great decision. And then I think I was just naturally kind of smart. Like, I just got lucky. Neither one of my parents, I mean, my dad, I've heard, wasn't, you know, didn't have a lot going on. And my mom does the best she can, but I'm just kind of an anomaly. So I just got kind of a lucky dice roll there, and then they had the, you know, it was tough for her. We didn't have a lot of money, but saved enough to put me in good public schools. And then she was personally always really supportive of me and whatever I wanted to do. So like emotionally, for me, she was there. Like she was supportive, she was helping, she didn't always have the money, but she was trying. So that was enough, you know, to help me out. But not a lot of kids have that. So it's like, yeah, I kind of made it, but not a lot of kids are going to have parents who even, like, try. Again, because they don't really, like, know how to, I guess. I don't know. Guess maybe we just get Val next, or, Ardent next. So yeah, it's like, people can pull themselves up by their bootstraps and, you know, whatever, but again, some of it's just luck. You just have to be predisposed to have some kind of talent or skill, or at least have parents that, you know, get you in, like, good schools, and then you get, like, a good circle of friends. I mean, the schools just matter so much. God. Vi really held her ult for me the entire fucking time.
The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
People probably should take marriage more seriously. I mean, a lot of those kids that are born to young parents, they aren't married, you know? You mad? But I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you can do it, but a lot of it is also just the resources. Like, the Kale's fucking going off. Okay. Wow. Hell yeah. I thought Mord was gonna get styled on there. So yeah, it's like, it can be done, but that's the thing with, like, it's just really important to have mentors or to get kids in the right situation. This is why it's so important to fund public schools. Because if you just think of, like, there's so many kids that have so much potential, but they just don't have, like, the resources. And then by the time they get to a certain age, it's just so hard to recover. And then you have generational poverty, drugs, gangs, all this stuff. And then when they become parents, gang members, the drug addicts, and stuff like that, then their kids are also going to probably be fucked. And then it just keeps going. But public school can break that cycle. Even if the parents, you know, even if the parents were having a hard time, like, schools can turn it around. If you just have that mentor. You just have that, like, one really good teacher. And just, like, good after-school programs, you know? So I think public education is the best, like, best investment in the future. Because then once you break that cycle of generational poverty, abuse, and all that stuff, once those kids actually are able to study stuff, they're able to get office jobs, or at least, like, hold it together and, you know, have a good sort of emotional setup and become a plumber, an electrician, you know, stuff like that, like, then all of a sudden they're paying more taxes, they're not going to jail, their kids are going to be in a better spot, neighborhoods are going to go up in value because there's not as much crime, It's just a huge, like, chain reaction of effects that just generates so much, like, wealth in terms of just money, if you're thinking strictly, like, return on investment, but also, you know, human capital. But anyways, I think that's a good one to go out on for me. That was solid.
Oh, yeah. I'll catch you later.
All right, man. Good games. I'll see you. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not socialism though. I wouldn't consider public education socialism. Looks like my mouse is about to die. But you just have to give people that value proposition. People just think that you're throwing money away when you're investing in inner city schools. Like, they're like, my kid doesn't go there, so it doesn't affect me. It's like, well, it kind of does, because you're paying for those prisons, right? There just needs to be a shift in rhetoric for some of these cold-hearted, you know, like, pull yourself up by the bootstrap people, where it's like, you save money to do it. I mean, people are kind of seeing that with weed right now. They're like, oh, legalize weed because you get all this extra tax revenue. States are like, oh, okay. And more people are becoming okay with legalizing weed because, you know, they're starting to see tax revenue off of that and potentially keeping people out of jail. But it's the same kind of thing with education. If you have a better education, then you're going to keep people out of jail. You're going to lower crime rates. You're going to be able to tax them on their income. You're not going to have to pay out as many benefits, right? You don't have to pay out as many food stamps, Social Security, all that stuff if people have jobs. You don't have to keep increasing your insurance premiums because people don't understand nutrition. They have no education. They're constantly depressed and they're eating chocolate cake every day and getting diabetes. You know, all of a sudden you don't have to pay for that as much because, you know, when you look at education level, it correlates with all of this stuff. Lower education is higher crime, you know, worse health, you know, more drug addiction. Like, it's education is the common thread to everything bad that happens in society is correlated with low education, basically. It's not everybody. I mean, you do still have obese rich people. You do still have, you know, rich people who commit crimes, stuff like that. But there's a very heavy correlation between pretty much anything bad. We were talking about teen pregnancies. Lower education, higher probability of teen pregnancies. I mean, it's just like everything that seems like it's bad is correlated with low education. Like, that's the common denominator. If you really get into it and look at it, that's it. So it's like, if we want to fix a lot of this stuff, education. And it's not just about job skills, it's about critical thinking. That's really at the core. They don't want to teach critical thinking because people see that as a threat. You can't really control a population that knows critical thinking. So people just focus on job skills. But you need the critical thinking in order to get better outcomes with a lot of these things. But anyways, I got to get out of here. Well, we ended up being +1 for the night, so that's good. Step in the right direction. But thank y'all very much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll see everyone next time. Have a great day.